Okay, welcome back to another video you're watching right now from my YouTube channel, The Angels TV. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things about the next few characters that are coming into Genshin Impact. And we're going to talk about a few discussions on what do we need them or the potentials of these characters and etc. So hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Yeah.
So I'm kind of hearing things right now, by the way, that a lot of people are mentioning that you technically don't really need Lenia. You can actually use Zhongli if you actually build him right. You technically don't really need a Lunar Crystallize sub DPS, but having Zhongli should be like way more than enough, because a lot of people are actually using Zhongli right now as a shield bot, and that actually works really well apparently, where you can actually save your rolls and not get linear. But let's just say, for an example, that if you do have Zubai, because she is apparently one of the best DPS right now, people are recommending is good to actually go for Zubai and randomize her teams with Zhongli and etc. Because that's actually pretty good, rather than for you to actually get a 2 gold character like Zubai and Lenya. I mean, of course, people who have enough roles and they're not a free to play, this is going to be a good option for them to get. But I think now we're talking about people who can't really afford, and the super torn right now because Nicole is coming, Sandrone is coming, and then maybe Alice is coming, and etc. So you want to like decide who you actually want to decide on getting between geocomms. So people are saying if you do have Zabai, you don't need to worry about getting Lenia, although Lenia does boost all the geo characters in general. But technically, do you really need that, is what people are saying, because the current best, one of the most best geo DPS characters is Zubai apparently. Yeah, you don't even need to use all the other characters like Shiori, Ito team, or like Navia or what, because they're all old characters and they're not going to be that good enough unless you invest on Linear and etc. But the most cheapest option for you to actually use in geo teams right now is to just get Zubai and get her, and then invest on using shield bot Zhongli and just move on with it. Yeah, a lot of people are actually planning to just do this, because the character lineups for the next few patches are extremely tight, and you have to decide on who you really want to get. Like Nicole with Sandrone is coming out, you might want to decide whether you want her or not, and how strong she might be for your account in your teams and etc. So many of my friends that I heard say they're not going to get Lenia because although she's very good, they are going to be torn getting that character. I think if you have as a Zibai haver, you just will be able to do fine with Zhongli, because Zhongli is probably going to get buffed on the next Liyue buff that's coming out soon enough, by the way. So yeah. Now we should also talk about another important thing as well for people who are rolling for Linear, right? A lot of people are mentioning this, that if you are actually going to be rolling for Linear, who you actually have for her. Because one of the best DPS right now is Zubai apparently for her, right? So that damage equivalent right now, where like Zubai is currently right now, is absolutely insane. By the way, she's equivalent to like probably like Flynn's apparently, and with Linear, it's even more higher than just that, right? So if you're planning to maybe you do have Navia, so that may not be so bad. Okay, so for people who don't have Navia or like Shiori, or I don't know if Shiori is gonna be equivalent to having Linear's damage boosting her capabilities, maybe it will not be so bad, but you're probably still pretty cooked as well. Thinking about that though. Now, there's another kind of option. Maybe you can invest on Ningguang or like something like that. So I think this looks kind of rough, because in my opinion is that you don't have a DPS, an actual Lunar Crystallized DPS, because that is more important, right? Is to invest on a proper Geo DPS. Is either you invest on Navia, which is one of the best right now, or you invest on Zibai. But a lot of people are recommending, according to the meta, is to get Zubai, then get Linia. Because the thing is that you can actually skip Linia, it's not so bad. She works in every geo teams if you do have a very good geo team. Like if you have invested on an extremely good Noel, maybe, then maybe you could try to get Linia and then that might work out. Right? But who are you actually even planning to actually use your Linia with? You don't have a good DPS, right? So I think it's pretty bad because the Lunar Crystallize is between Hydro and Geo characters, and you need to have one Hydro to activate Lunar Crystallize, which is Columbina that does that. However, who are you planning to use your Linia with? Because the best DPS to use her is Zibai. And once you get Zibai, she may not even need Linia there at all. You can just throw in Zhongli and just move on, and that team should be just done. Unless you want to further actually maximize the potentials, then it's a Linia basically. But outside of that team, a lot of people are mentioning that you're cooked because clearly Linia alone is not going to help a lot of people unless they do have Navia. That's one case. If their account does not have Navia, they can forget about Linia. Yeah, because she's pretty team com tight between Zubai and Navia's team, right? Other than that, she's not that good. Unless you do have invested on Ito, Albedo, and then those kind of characters. Now, you can easily just swap out the Goro guy and throw in Linia there for Ito's team, but that if you do have a very extremely well invested Ito team, because Ito C0 is not that good compared to a C0 Navia or a C0 Zibai. C0 Zibai is still one of the best top meta DPS right now compared to a C0 Navia and a C0 Ito in the third place right now. So it's pretty bad right now for Geo. So I most likely gonna have to skip Linia, by the way. It might be rough. The way that we think it is, that it might be actually be rough, but it won't be so rough, right? It's probably not going to be so rough. Like I most likely going to be able to skip Linia and Nicole. Then I still have a Luna team, by the way. I have Nouvellette team, and I also still have my Nefer team that that they will be able to clear my endgames for me and etc. I want to get a full copy of Sandrone. Like I said before, I really like her. Her character and attitude is extremely cute. Her lore is way too good. Way too good. One of my favorite characters of Not Cry is Sandrone. And I really want her. I want a C0R1 of her. And I think I should stay strong, by the way. If I pull on Nicole, I'm not going to have enough. There's no way I will have enough for me to guarantee a full copy of Sandrone and her weapon. Right? So we have to save. And we have to save a full copy for Sandrone that's coming in 6.7. Yeah, that's the plan. Basically, I have. Yeah. And we have to do that so that we have enough. By the way, if Nicole is good, like I said, then there will be a rerun with that I can get her. And then as for Linia, whether if I do need her or not is something that I have no idea. But I think Sheznaya will be able to tell me if I do need her. Because in Sheznaya, I'm likely going to be focusing on a Cryo Archon team. Full team for Cryo Archon, and I most likely will be focusing on either Zibai's team or Alice's team. Between these two is what I will be needing. If I can't get a full copy of Zibai's team, it's likely going to be Alice's team. Yeah, these are the two teams that I'll be heavily focusing on Sheznaya, alongside with Cryo Archon's team. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Yeah. And I should have way more polls and time by that time as well. Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys all on another video of Genshin Impact topic and discussions, by the way. Thank you. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also leave us some thoughts, by the way. Our comments are turned off, So what you could actually do is join our Discord and talk to us on Discord. Our Discord is always open. We are open to getting your suggestion and feedback and ideas. More than happy to get that. So join us, and you are more than welcome to talk to us about what you personally think and your ideas that we would love. See you guys on another one. Bye bye.